Hello guys, welcome back to another episode. So today I went back to see Miss V. I think you all know Miss V. I think I did a video. Is it 1 month ago or 2 months ago?
It's more than a month.
It's more than a month?
Yeah, around 6-7 weeks.
Wow.
Around 6-7 weeks now.
So guys, I did a video with Miss V. I think you all know this place. There used to be a kitchen there. I think you are familiar with the kitchen. So I've seen now Miss V have built something for their poetry, and I'm seeing a greater development here. And we also have some bricks here. They are digging a well for the water. So let me just first greet you, Miss V. How are you?
I'm fine, Morgan. How are you?
I'm good. How is Seki?
Seki is good. Seki, I'm loving Seki. You see, since the first day I came back from South Africa, yes, I'm loving everything about it. Wow. I'm so much in love with
I thought Seki. Maybe when I come here for the second time, you're gonna say,
I'm good.
I'm preparing to go back to South Africa, you know?
No way, never. Like I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay.
Go back
never. I can go visiting, but not to stay.
Wow. But what might cause you to say I won't go back to South Africa is?
Okay, so I'm trying to think. I've no reason to go back anyway. I've no reason to go back.
Because everything.
Okay, so let me say I've experienced this South African life. I know the Zimbabwean life, and I'm a mother. I'm a mother, Morgan. So I've always been working, putting your kids first. And now that my kids are grown, not very old, but where they are now, I know we can, sit one-on-one, and talk. And I show them that, things are not okay, things are not fine. I think there's nothing really that I can say I'm stressing or I'm straining myself for anymore. I think in the next 2 years, they'll be done with school. And then now all I want is to be at peace, to retire, stay warm, yeah.
I once did a video with Mr. Sandy.
Okay.
So when people so there is another person that commented. The video title was he came back from South Africa with nothing, like the same video that I did with you.
Yes.
But I was shocked that someone came and say, you won't say someone came with nothing, well, at least they managed to build a one room.
Okay.
So I would like you to clarify when you say you came back with nothing, what do we mean? Or what do people expect from someone who's coming from abroad when they say they came with nothing? Yes.
So that is another problem that I'm also facing. I'm sure the same challenge that you might be facing. Yes. So when I say I came back with nothing, it doesn't mean I didn't have a vision in my mind. I was not thinking like, how am I going to, buy chibage, buy vegetables. When I say I came back with nothing, like on an honest, let me be honest, when I came back, I didn't have any money with me. Wow. I still remember when I was at the airport, I was calling my best friend that, please, can you Uber for me? I don't have money for Uber, even money for I didn't have any money. But because, I was once a business person also in South Africa, I still have connections. So I also have people who knows me, whereby even if I'm broke, I still have shoulders to lie on. It doesn't mean if I'm empty-handed, the brain is empty also. I still have connections, like, for example, at saloons in South Africa. Yes. Of course, I don't have money, but if that saloon, if it can give me $50 a month, yes, I can buy 1,000 bricks a month.
Wow.
I can buy 5 bags of cement a month.
That's true.
That's something. At least with this time, I'm developing home. Yeah. It's unlike in South Africa. Yes. If I was in South Africa, like now, for example, you see, now we're in the villages. Yes. There are no shops here close by. Yes, if I was in South Africa, maybe I could have spent even $500 on clothes. But because I'm home, I'm in the remote areas, there's nothing I think of besides development.
That's true.
Instead of buying those weaves that we used to wear, yes, I've managed to buy chicks.
Wow.
So that is the difference between life in South Africa and the other side.
And when you what would you comment on when it comes to crimes? Like, I have many people saying, in South Africa, there was even a YouTuber on said when he went to South Africa for doing some vlogs, he was like, "Geli camera." I mean, what do they call? And then he loses his camera. What's your comment when it comes?
It's not a secret that it's not a secret that in Africa, South Africa could be the toppest, could be on top, could be the highest crime country in Africa. That's not a secret, according to me, because South Africa is the only country I've stayed in. I know South Africa a lot. I know South Africa. So it's not, you know, just like any other countries, but South Africa, I think, because in South Africa, sometimes even if anything happens to you, you'll be very lucky if the police rescue you. Imagine here, if you commit a crime, you run away from the police.
That's true.
In South Africa, if you commit a crime, it's better to be in the hands of the police because they will save your life.
Wow.
Individuals in South Africa, they will kill you.
Wow. Wow.
So, and even if they kill you, it's unlike here whereby they will trace and say, who killed this person? In South Africa, they'll just say an angry mob.
So which means you are just trying to say they just normalized crime.
It's very normal. It's very normal.
What about this? You know, there was like last week, there was a meeting with the president of America and Ramaphosa. What's your comment on that as someone who have been in South Africa for some time? You know, he said they are butchering the white farmers in South Africa. Have you ever encountered or maybe have seen something like
no,
that?
nothing. I don't want to lie. There's not much racism in South Africa. Crime is just general. It doesn't matter you are black, you are white. Just like thieves, they can steal from anyone. Whether you are black, whether you are white, it's just the same.
Wow.
It's just the same. So I don't think it's true though. Yeah.
So what's the vision now? I've seen that you are now doing the cheeks, the turkeys. What's now the vision?
Okay, so like I'm also thinking that once you see some of them have started laying eggs.
That's true.
Most of them, since I bought them, they've started laying eggs.
Wow.
And I don't know what is Gurara in English. Some of them have already started laying eggs.
What?
Very soon, I'm hoping by the end of December,
yes,
I should be extending this fowl run. That's my hope. And also, I'm also thinking that maybe I'll start selling them. Of course, they're for business. I'll start selling them. But even if I don't sell them, I'm also thinking like every time you guys come, this is going to be our butcher. You know, our butcher will be very close. We have our road runners, we have our umbrellas, we have everything. So that's what I'm thinking of now.
You know, you are the one person that motivates me when it comes to development, because you know, someone is out there. If I say he's, I will be lying. Someone, she's out there and she's like, how can I manage to do all those things? So it's better for me if I will be in South Africa and just enjoying my life, going to the clubs and what. But you have the audacity to come to Zimbabwe, then say you will be because if I say you stay with someone, I'll be lying. Maybe there's someone who comes around the night, then you will be like, yeah. But as I see everything when I come here, you'll be just alone. But you are doing something great. Like compared to other couples, you are doing something like you have a couple already. What drives you, or what mostly motivates you? Because you know, most of the people, they'll say, I won't manage. It's better for me just to enjoy the life.
I know.
But for you, it's something different. And I was not, you know, when I saw the videos on Facebook, I said, Miss V built this thing, like, and I see some bricks here. You are even managing to dig a well there. It's something that for a lady, I think is too much for a lady, you know. So I really want to understand. Maybe it's only me that but if you make me to understand, I think I will understand.
So if you'd ask me, the worst thing that I'm scared of is suffering. I'm so scared. I prefer working so hard, you know. Like if you're working so hard, you're giving yourself that I have to achieve this. But now when it comes to suffering, it won't tell you when to suffer. You just suffer. You won't even know when that over to end. So it's better for you guys to be suffering. And also, as for ladies, I would like to, you know, encourage you guys to work, especially my fellow women, because you know, most women, we just think, I can get married. What if you won't get married?
That's true.
So, and you need to build your life the same way that you love that man with something. Also, if that's someone that you love you with that thing. Like, for example, you can't love a guy because he has a car.
Yes.
Be that lady with a car that the guy loves.
That's
you
true.
know. Yeah.
That's
At least if he has a car and I have a car, if you have two cars, you can put them together.
That's
if he has land there and there's land here, you know, life is about balancing and helping each other. Don't just wait for one person to have made it in life. That is what is causing depression sometimes.
That's true. And you know, if we, I think if you have 90% of ladies like you, I think I've already been married.
No, you're still young men, you know, you're still meeting those, those slay girls, you know.
No,
as
it's
time
not
goes
like
on.
I'm young, you know. It's because sometimes, you know, your vision won't suit the people that you are around with.
Yeah,
Because, you know,
I
as for me, I've got another vision, you know, something that drives me. And then I found those girls that are still on iPhones and all those things.
I understand.
It's very difficult for someone. It's not like all those guys that you see, they are still young. Some of them, they've already made it in life that they can even have someone they call their wives. But because of the situation that is around them, you know, Harare, I don't know in Seke, maybe I should just try Seke ladies.
I don't know.
But when it comes to Harare, I don't want to lie. The ladies in Harare, yo, I know it's not the rest of them, but maybe 90% of them, they are not just.
Yeah, that's true.
So as someone who's in the rural areas, what do you think maybe it might be an opportunity for someone with money, or if you say, me, it's just that I don't have money to invest on something like this, but I've seen that it's something which is really needed to the people that are surrounding me. What is it like? You can say.
Like if there's anything I could do if I had money, lots of things I can do. A list like this. If I had money, you see this faurat, I would use it only for brailers.
Okay.
And then I'll put another one for road runners that side. And then I'll build for the pigs and start doing piggery.
Wow.
And then there I'll put my huts, those culture ones, so that whoever wants to experience the village life will come here.
Wow.
Whoever is confused and they don't know how people used to cook long time ago, they'll find Hari here. Whoever, I mean, anything culture, you'd find it here. That's what I wish for if I had money. And of course, I would build my mansion there. You know, so that every time you guys come, you know, you'll be, you know, we'll sit there, talk, and then we'll come and then we'll show you everything.
But you know, one thing, you know, me, I'm still angry with you because you demolished that art.
Sorry.
So I think next time that I'm coming here, you did replace it.
So, to be honest, I also loved it, but because it had cracks, I was also scared that maybe it can fall, you see. And also people there on the internet, they used to scare me and say, you said this house has cracks, so you can't renovate it. One day it's gonna fall. So I just said, let me demolish it and then put another one.
And you know, the other thing that I liked, you know, people on your page are some of the people, they motivate you.
They do a lot.
Even the comments, there's other day that I see you seeing your chicks, they were dying, and then they were saying, do this.
That's very true.
So I've seen on your page, there is a positive vibe when it comes to encouraging each other. So guys, I think you should just do that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's something which is great, and as someone who's witnessing on the ground, I've seen that that's something great, guys. I don't want to lie. So you know, me, I think 40% of the people that I grew up with now they are in South Africa. Wow, what could be your message maybe to the young ones, as someone who's been in South Africa for a while? What could be the message to the young ones?
So I've been in South Africa for more than 12 years. In South Africa, we work very hard.
All right.
If you are lazy in the diaspora, you will not. Guys, please, I'm not saying this because I've done businesses in South Africa. I'm not saying that because of that. There are also other people who work very hard, but things are still not okay. But if you are lazy in South Africa, you cannot survive. So guys, work as much as you can. Get as much experience as you can. And then you bring all that experience back home. Trust me, guys, you make it in life. I've seen people who had companies in South Africa. people who were doing construction in South Africa, people who were in beauty like me in South Africa. All that experience that they get from there, if they bring it home, trust me guys, they are opening those 5-star places, the 5-star hotels, 5-star restaurants, 5-star, you know, their places are amazing. So guys, if you're in South Africa, even if you're not getting paid, for that 2-3 years you're planning to stay in South Africa, get as much experience as you can, and then you bring that experience back home. It's gold.
Wow. You know, there's one thing that I've analyzed when it comes to the people that are abroad, maybe in UK, maybe in America, maybe I don't know where. They always say, you know, that that radio, you know, always people listen to radio. What is that radio? The ones that was not in Zimbabwe but always talks about the
That's Studio 7.
Yeah, Studio 7.
Yeah.
You know, most of the people, they always say, you know, all those 5 years I've been listening to Studio 7 and it has been demotivating myself, you know. And
that's true.
You know,
that reminds me, guys, you need to, once in a while, I know sometimes, you know, we don't have enough money, we don't have enough things, resources to be coming back home all the time. Sacrifice once a year to come back and see what our age mates are doing.
That's true.
When I left for South Africa, guys, the only thing I did was to take my kids to school. It's one thing I can say I'm very proud of course, because of the experiences of general life experiences. But now when I came back home, guys, I've seen my age mates staying kumadokero.
Wow.
Forget about kuromba. I know that's another thing why people are saying anyone who makes money in Zimbabwe, they say, akaromba. Guys, people in Zimbabwe are working. People in Zimbabwe are saving. And also another thing, you need to come back home and see how your relatives are doing. Wow. Sometimes those people can tell you we are starving, we don't have money. But when you come here, the mansions they are building.
Yeah, you know, that's the other thing that I always tell even my friends. You know, as for me, I've normalized when I say I don't have money, maybe I have 1,000 in my pocket.
You see, but so, if you tell someone in South Africa, if you say I don't have money, they'll think you are broke. They will send you the last 200 and so they have.
That's the attitude with the Zimbabweans. Yeah. It's not like they don't have. But what they think they will have, that's the one that you will take.
Of which is the same as everywhere. Even people in South Africa, sometimes they are also starving like us. They are also sleeping in empty stomachs like us. So it's the same thing.
Wow. So what is it, that picture that you used to see, be it on social media, be it on the radios that I talked about, that when you come here, you see, it was different, you know? People used to say, yeah, Zimbabwe. Yeah, I know some of the things, they are really bad, like for sure, like the hospitals and stuff. But was there any pressure that you feel like, when you see someone talking about that thing on social media, you say, that's the reason that I'm not going back to Zimbabwe? Okay,
so if you're on social media, you think, life is hard in South Africa. People will tell you, BP. If you want to see that people in Zimbabwe have money, how many people are building in Zimbabwe?
Loads.
My hardwares. Sometimes if you get to my hardwares, you're looking for my zinc share. Cement that shows what people are building. Kungo driver kuba panapa kwenda kwa Seke, how many new houses are you seeing my road signs?
Loads.
Only along Seke Road. We are not talking of Marondira. We are not talking of Rusape. We are not talking of me. You know, last year I traveled to Zimbabwe. So people are developing. People are building. A lot is happening in the country.
That's true.
And as zvamukasiya zvakaita nyika kuna 2008 kuma 2000 guys, I don't want to say much, but zvinhu zvachinja kuZimbabwe, zvinhu zvachinja, maroads anaka, network haichanetsa like kudhara. Like you see, I'm in the village, but how many times do you see me on social media? I'm very active. Zvinhu hazvichanetsa like they used to. When it comes to groceries, same price yatotenga in South Africa, the same price irimo. Saka when you get a plan and you know what is going to give you kamari muno muZimbabwe, and then you are sorted.
That's you know, we will be not fair if we do not talk about even the life in South Africa. You know, when we always say South Africa this, South Africa that.
Yeah.
Or maybe for someone who have got the capital or the money, what is that thing you say, maybe if you go to South Africa and do this thing with your money, maybe you can give something.
Properties. So pandaimbovaone mari, guys, I used to check my prices at Zimba. Dzimba dzemuZimbabwe kunotenga imba chacho. But South Africa, Zimbabwe, you can buy a house in South Africa with as little as, it's not little, but with around 300,000 US dollar, 300,000 rands. No, tenge imba yako medium density. Of which kuno imba yaitenge kana mu location chemchama yaitenge. Saka dzimba dzakakosha. If you want to buy yako imba ku South Africa, kuti udongonzwa une imba ku South Africa, you can buy imba ku South Africa yakachip. And then you can run your business is uchola ma US dollars. And then utenga ko imba yako ayiwa zviri nani. Because convert mari uku kuisa muno minenge iri shoma udaiso. But kuno ine power ukaisa uku inenge yakawanda.
But you know, there's this other guy that I carried this other time. When I asked about the property, he even told me that most of the people they invest on those flats.
It's true.
But he told me one thing. I want you to confirm about it. He told me that if you buy a flat in South Africa, maybe you want to generate money. If they see that thing is not for a South African, is for a Zimbabwean, the other thing that they do is they even can kill you.
Yeah, you know, maybe out of jealousy. But what I know is if you're in South Africa and if you own properties, ma gangsters, they'll make you pay for the shiko fee. A protection fee, but not only to Zimbabweans, to everyone.
So you mean
it's people like a community of guys, they come together, then they say we are going to protect you, pay this type of money.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to protect your business. Paka we are tsotsi. If a tsotsi comes, they look for that tsotsi, they make them bring back whatever that you've lost.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know me, I was even afraid to go to South Africa to do some dogs. So are they people that I can seek that I can speak to, that they can protect me while I'm working?
Yeah, it's very possible. It's very possible. Yeah, you just get those big boys, you know, they are known even in the community, you know, that there are people that you can approach, tell them, you know, I'm new in this place, I want to be protected. They will be, you know, checking. If anyone comes, they know mseko mawemo notorious up so they'll come in and protect you.
So Mizzy, I would like to ask like this. You know, most of the people now they are going to rural areas, some they are going to urban areas. What is it that drives you mostly to come to the rural areas?
It's peaceful. Kunoka kuna zvekuti munhu aridza music yake uku mwaridza music yake uku yori pakati usho toteerera zvipi unonzwa nyararo yakaita. This is the type of life I've always wanted. This is the type of life I've always wanted. Ndodo panhu pakanyarara. I always told myself if it's not kuma deal, it has to be the rural. Zvekuti kana kuri kuzonzi kunokwazi tanga chanoizika ndokuna kutodzika futi because anfarire zvenoise anfarire life nenoise so lungoti maresources ndo anenge aripo remember chidawo uine zimbo rako, you know, uchingoti zvinhu zvako sezviri mumba.
So what is it, that message that you wanna give to my fellow Zimbabweans who are in South Africa, my fellow Kenyans, Ghanaians? Because you know, when we talk about these stories, what I realize, we are not talking about the Zimbabweans only.
Yeah, that's true.
There are also the Malawians, people from Mozambique who are in South Africa.
Excuse me.
People from other countries who are in America. What is it, that message you wanna give to other Africans who are in other African countries?
Okay, I'd like to tell them that whatever life that they are living there, if they work very hard, they can bring that life home. If you are living a very fancy life in America, if you work very hard, you can bring your America back to your African home. If you can dream it, you can do it. And also, don't be like me who came back with nothing. You guys still have an opportunity to be saving. If you have people that you can trust back home, you can be saving or even send. There was a guy I saw, I think 2 weeks ago. His mother is managing his business back at home. He's doing fish farming.
Okay.
So his mother, and he also has a lodge.
Wow.
His mother is managing his businesses. Your mother can never betray you.
Wow.
Start the process. That little money that you get, never think that you get a lump sum. to start life back home. That little you get, start bringing it back home and start building the life that you want to live when you come back home. Yeah.
Wow. But as for you, would you say that you realize it later?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
You are good with it?
I realize it very late. It's only that, you know, sometimes regrets cannot take you anywhere. But if I had known, let me say even 2 years ago, if I decided to come back 2 years ago, I could be far by now.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's never too late to start. You know, that is why I'm starting again, so that I won't even regret this year that I wish I had started 2025. That's why I decided, let me just come back home now.
And you know, one thing that I like, you are even motivating other people. Like even when I went and see Mr. Sunday, he's also in Seke. You are not one. He's also in second. He's doing some projects. He's doing farming.
Okay.
You also have some rabbits.
Well done.
It's something that
nice.
I'm very happy. Like as Zimbabweans, they are now seeing that picture.
Yeah.
And if we all have that future, like it. In the next 5 years, we'll be somewhere else, you know.
Especially the youths.
Yeah.
You see, this energy we have, if we can invest it into agriculture.
That's true.
Because we have that mentality of thinking that agriculture is for Vanwachembera, those old people that have felt the city life and then they go back to the village. Let's start using this energy that we have, this, you know, power that we have to work very hard back at home before we get too old. Imagine if I was coming here maybe when I'm 50 and then I have nowhere to start, you know. So it's better now I'm in my early 30s. I still have my energy. I can still run around and do whatever that I want. I still have time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So guys, I think you heard from Miss V. Invest home, guys. Home is the best, and
true.
You never go wrong, guys. You never. With the little amount that you have in Zimbabwe, you can even live a life that you want.
That's true.
The little that you have, because if you are in South Africa, we'll be even in the people in Zimbabwe, they will be even begging for the money because they think you are making it. And even for the people in Zimbabwe, I think they are now realizing that we were giving much pressure to people in South Africa when it comes to money, because if someone is now in South Africa, you say, go, kuno kwarwariwa, munamedza bara, and what, you know. But now, you know, even people in Zimbabwe, they are now even sending money to people in South Africa.
That's true. And because also, even since I came back home, because I know how life is out of Zimbabwe.
Yes.
You know, I can hardly ask for money, even people out of Zimbabwe, because I know the struggles that are there. Sometimes they are stressed because of your own problems, and then someone is asking you for money. Wow. So I just put myself in their shoes, like maybe they're even broke right now, and then I'm asking them for money. Let me just leave people live their life.
Wow. So guys, if you are not yet subscribed to Miss V and Billiard Morgan channel, make sure you subscribe for more videos that are coming. Subscribe, like and share. Tambotora Ganganiku.